about myself is from what Alan's told me. He's chief spryte. There's a lot of us sprites, he said, spread over Lancashire. Air sprites, water sprites, marlicking like mad. You are now listening to this record. It's a very special record. I'll tell you the story behind it after I've introduced myself, or myself according to Alan. Everything I know is told to me by Alan. And Alan said I were one at sprites at there, a boggart, a skriker, but airborne, and without a body, no substance, only a voice, a ceaseless voice. But whatever I am, there must be more than one of me. Though I can't see anyone, and I can't see Alan. There's just a faint ginger shape occasionally. That must be Alan, I presume. A carrot-coloured contour in darkness, not dark redness. It's more of a deep red gloom everywhere, all around me. And all I know about myself is from what Alan's told me. He's chief sprite. There's a lot of us sprites, he said, spread over Lancashire. Air sprites, water sprites, marlicking like mad. Doing work at the evil one. Satan, that is. We've been here for centuries, and I've been all over. Until recently, I were inside a pair of Puma trainers hanging on a telephone wire over a bus stop on the 666 near Darwin. Alan told me this. I were hanging off at land, my voice merging with bleeding, busy, bombinating buzz on telephone wire above me. I were damned to carry on whining inside shoes, haunting trainers. That's what Alan told me. Positively possessing pendulous Puma pumps I were, and I told myself stories to keep me going. I were never silent. I would have liked to be silent, but I couldn't be silent. So I told stories Alan had told me. I don't know any others. To keep me going as I were hanging there in those rotten old trainers. Stinking to high heaven they were! Though I couldn't smell them. Suffering Jesus, they would have stunk if I could have smelled them. And it were a great view I had up there, apparently. Or it would have been if I could have seen it. A view over Pendle Hill in Lancashire. Chosen place is Pendle, and rest at length. Part of northern England that's touched by evil. It's all over the shop, so Alan informed me. Lancashire were always thought of to be one at dark corners at land. A superstitious place. Witches and popery. But they're not stupid, Lancastrians. It's not that. They're just used to weirdness. And they still believe in Satan. Dark Lord. They don't support him, but they believe in him. And no wonder. He's chosen to base his business operations in their land. Their rose-red land. Dear gone. It all makes sense once that thinks about it. Associating himself with colour red, colour of magic, and Lancashire is Red Rose County. Red Rose that were garlanded around gardens of Babylon, and one at big football teams in Lancs, who play in red, even call themselves Red Devils. And if it's numbers they want, their 666 highway runs right through the county up to Pendle, so they can't get more obvious than that. If they want satanic associations, satanic with a capital S, and what's more, there was something else. Valleys around Pendle, yes, where a few local witches were caught a few years ago. That's where Old Plan were kicked off. Some other witches got together for a bit of revenge and merry mischief. They were known for merriment, like witches, and they put a spell on small-scale weaving industry in those valleys. And their spell meant small industry gradually transformed into great satanic cotton mills at the Industrial Revolution. That fearful, fiery furnace of the industrial world all grew out of those Lancashire valleys, triggered by work at witches, working for the devil himself, Dark One himself, capital D, capital O, capital with a weaver as well, yes. It's all down to him, turned the world through global warming and ecological catastrophe caused by mass consumption and industrial expansion. It's all part of his plan, his extreme ex-certificate exercise, disaster movie stuff, brewed up in some cauldrons in Pendle. That's why Mercs and Angles, first thinkers of global capitalism, that's why they were in Manchester a while back. They needed to be at beating heart at the bubonic barbarous beast to predict how it would evolve, how paroxysm would come, how beast would be defeated by its own contradictions. It's a nice thought, can't see it myself. It's not part of plan anyway. That's what Alan tells me. Plan of Owd Scrat, Dark Lord, capital D, capital L, for world domination through global industrial capitalism. It all started off with those cotton-weaving wily witches in Lancashire. Then mills arrived, which got bigger and bigger. Mills needed cheaper and cheaper cotton. So the African slave trade were built up through Lancashire port of Liverpool by Liverpool merchants to provide cheap labour to pick cotton in America. That were all Satan's idea. And cotton mill workers in Lancashire themselves were practically chained to their large looming looms. Small children worked in a hell of a with deafening noise and sweltering heat. And believe it or not, at one point mill workers showed support for Lincoln's American Civil War forces trying to abolish slave trade in the US. Forces that were blockading enslaving South. Clemming for years. It were terrible for 'em, but mill workers still supported blockade. An example that selfless solidarity of slaves were slaves. Lancashire workers were fighting back, trying to foil Devil's plan, and slavery were abolished in cotton fields of America. A setback for Satan, but wage slavery carried on in Lancashire mills. Then later, in 20th century, workers were brought over from Asian subcontinent until they too were thrown out of work, and they were stuck there in mill towns, hassled by BNP, far-right party whose leader stood for election in Lancashire. Where else? All part of plan, keeping Kitchy County dark with a capital D. And Allan told me all this when he were emerging out at Red Mist, or a shape loomed, I should say. There were no emerging, if only they were emerging, but there's only ever looming, looming redness and gingerness, looming redness and gingerness. Going to tell you about this record, weren't I? Well, I am doing, sort of, so stick with me. It'll all become clear. What were I going to say? There's another looming shape, that were it, as well as Allan, another striky wine. The voice must be a mate of Allan's. They both must be part of the Spryte committee that's responsible for me. Or they could be the same person, as t'other one is Ginger as well. Anyway, Allan said that t'other one were his assistant, so they must be two folks after all. He told me that Mick Hucknall is t'other one's name, had a pop group called Impy Red. There's colour red again. There's colour red again. He hung out with Red Devil footballers a lot. A mixed musical group were really famous, Allan said. Satan can sort that out no problem. Chart success, alt rest. Music world is under Big S's thumb. Always has been. Selling souls, devil's music and all that jazz. And Mick once tried to work with reggae producer Lee Scratchberry. He asked Lee to produce one of his records because Jamaican dub music is a threat to dark forces, capital D and F. Allan told me this as well. There's something about dippy-duppy drops in deep dub mixes, moments when all instruments drop out into an abyss of silence, with snare shots echoing across the void. These moments suck up evil like a black hole, and dubby bass, deep diddy dub bass absorbs and slows down evil energy. So Mick wanted to discover the secret at dub, to learn how it conquers darkness. He even started a record label putting out dub records so he could tame and then destroy dub. But Lee suspected something. He wouldn't get involved with mad mawking, masticating Mick to make up to his rigs. He knew, alt dub folk know, about Lancashire as art of Babylon. That's how Jamaican dub music found its way back to Lancashire, because music that came out of Caribbean slavery tried to undermine beast from within. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. It makes sense. Dub is apparently righteous music, so dub got into Red County and invaded fairwaves. A Radio Lancashire programme called Up on Wire started to play dub music. It tried to turn terrible tide, and programme started broadcasting in the 1980s from a studio a few miles away from Pendle Hill. It got dub on there. It tried to drown out sprites like me, drowning out diabolical voices at Lancashire Alley, and Lee Berry appeared live on the programme. He stayed in Clitheroe near Pendle while he was there. He supported the effort, and because of all this, the great sprites panic happened, and all sprites started wasting away. Evil slipped out of them. I needed to take refuge in Thangin trainers. I was losing ability to sprite, but Allan heard a dub threat. He had to stop it, so he went on radio. Sprites do that a lot. It's easy. We're a bit like radio waves. Voices on there, that's all they are. So he went on radio as Alan Keswick. He started a late night phone-in show on Red Rose Radio, and he was crabbed and crowed. He savagely abused anyone who went onto the programme. Fair and flouty with fraps and wild ravings. Sorest madness of world. He spat bilious bloody black bile of Satan out onto fairways, trying to reclaim Lancashire air for darkness. Thackeray barking at sounds of hell themselves, hit background as he broke off for ad breaks. And in Revelations 13, all of this is prophesied. A ginger man will blacken and reclaim there over at Red Land with evil words, it says, or words to that general effect. If any man have an ear, let him hear, I say. And in Revelations 13, if you put together the sixth word from the start of the verse, what do you get? Lancashire Radio
Line 8 we have. Well, it seems you haven't the intellect to argue your point. Perhaps it's because you're a bum brain. How do, Peter? Where is your defence? You haven't one. Goodbye. How do... Who? Ah, go and play on the railway, you garmless little prat. How do, Paul?
I was going to tell you about this record, weren't I? I'm coming to that. And anyway, Allan often played a song on his show called Helter Skelter by a pop group from Liverpool as often as he could. A record famous for hidden messages only Keswick himself could interpret. And he also played that Over Lancashire group, Fallen, who were named after Lucifer and his mates who descended from heaven into the abyss.
But both these groups were only half dead, so to speak. Fallen were half evil, as a result of a botched possession attempt by Mick Hucknall himself. Mick played music from Pendle Witches, and used to best at meeting with Fallen playing to music. They were really attaching to Fallen towards dark night, but only attitude. And from then on, all of Fallen's records contained a bit of
Darkness. Their gigs and records were big, bilious, bleeding battles between darkness and light, like Lancashire itself. And some writing on one at Fallen's single covers summed up conflict of forces. It contained this picture of pleading prophecy. I urge finder at this master tape never to unleash it on humanity. Already the evil deity Rhino is clawing at my brain if it is unleashed. The fall is here, ectoplasm exercised, and humanity can either eat that grenade or face the second dark age. Meaning next one after the industrial age, I presume, when Satan had his very vicious, victorious victory. The only way out is to blow the head off. I guess that's what it all means. Singer Marquis, the E is the evil bit, obviously. Embodied dark light dichotomy within himself. A useless hex and priest, reliving witch trials. I could practice many half-dark arts. Always looked a bit jeweled and could croon like an angel. That last bit's not true. But there were another thing to do with Bibles. This gone.
Well, anyway, there were one time, yes, Fallen accidentally supported Christian Irish at D3.
Yes, that right.
Its original support band dropped out. And he was replaced by Marc Riley Marquis. At U3 fans, they know a red mist when they see one chanted Satanists.
Satanists at Fallen, and threw Bibles at bands. They threw big black Bibles at them. And what's more, Fallen once wrote a song in celebration at radio shows of Allan Keswick. And Allan were very taken with this. He told me so. He told me all of this. I'm just repeating what he said. And he said the song were a B-side called Lucifer Over Lancashire. Wanted to stop, but I was down to carry on. I've said this before, and anyhow, he wanted me to go to a pressing plant and take a cold possession of a red-coloured vinyl record. He said I would be able to leave my pumps behind and live in disc. It had to be vinyl. I can't possess CDs. Not enough texture on them or something. And outmoded technological forms have more scope for subversion, Allan said. The revolutionary possibilities are discarded and overlooked, as Harry put it. And I would live in shiny red grooves, if I could call it living, though I had to agree. It would be better than trainers, I couldn't deny that. And it would be a dub record, playing dub folk at their own game, in their own lair. My revolting red ranting record would be broadcast on the punk wire programme itself. It would destroy dub from within. It would finally defeat dub challenge to Satan's plan. The great plan cooked up in big black bubbling cauldrons of Satan's own tempting, and old Lucifer will reign over Lancashire once more. His agents, Allan and Mick by his side, ready for the day of victory. And now it's too late for thee, because this is the record. Thou'll be listening to it now. Thou only has to listen. That's all it takes to be damned. I cannot escape now. As damned is thee, well and truly. But I can't keep this up. Thou were damned already, if truth be told. And I don't believe what Allan's told me. There's nothing to do with this record, or me, or Allan, or Satan. It would be better for thee, wouldn't it, if all the pointy bearded fork-tailed red blokes, or old crones, or DJs, or ginger singers, if darkness only came from them. It would be so easy. But it isn't. You know that, don't you? I'm sorry about all this. It's where things go. I'm not doing my job, am I? I think I've failed my mission. I'm just glad to get out to those trainers after all those years and get onto a record, a big red vinyl spinning record with a big red shiny cover. Now that would have done just the same as me if thou were in my shoes. slips across shiny red vinyl and lifts up. And there's silence. Silence for thee, but not silence for me. If only it was silence for me. I'm still whining on in grooves, don't forget. Still damned to carry on. Inside these grooves, inside your head. At least I'm not inside trainers. At least it's not that. But I still have to carry on. That's the thing. Carry on ranting away forever. Think of that. Think of what that word forever means. Allan said it were a very long time. Sniffing rounds after we start the rest.